Coffee in India came from the Dutch. The Dutch brought it here. Somehow the Portuguese got a hold of it, and there's some in Goa, and that's where the Brazilians got their coffee from. Brazilians still have coffee. It's not so much around here anymore. Why is that? Well, here's Miles Joseph Berkeley again. He described this fungus. It's a rust, it's called coffee rust. He didn't cause the problem, of course. By the time this came along, people were starting to take them a bit more seriously. They could believe that a fungus might actually cause a disease. And this is the disease. Doesn't look like much, just rusty smudges on leaves, and causes the coffee berries to be not so big. And this disease has spread around the world, and you see there at the tip of India, it was 1867. It wiped out the coffee plantations that the English had planted all over the southern part of this subcontinent. And you can still grow some coffee here, but it's not like it was, you know. And so that's why Asians liked tea. Because everybody knows that coffee tastes better, so why would you? No, I'm just joking. But it's a sobering thought. You lose something like that. I'm very worried about coffee rust because it's spreading now in South America and in Central America, which is where most of my coffee comes from. So if it wipes out those industries there, then I'm in big trouble. I'm going to have to start drinking tea. So I showed you a lot of maps today. So I'd like to show you two more. And what this one shows is the origin of the agricultural crops that I've been talking about. I've highlighted in yellow. I'm not sure if you can read them, but so chili peppers and maize come from Mexico, potatoes come from the Andes, peanuts come from Brazil, coffee originally comes from the Middle East, wheat comes from the Middle East also. We move these things around a lot. When we move them, we take the pathogens with us, or not. Sometimes we bring a crop into a place and there's a fungus or a bacterium or a virus sitting there that's thinking, new food. It's not a surprise that we have problems with that. This is a different kind of migration, and this is the story told by DNA, not the story told by our forefathers of human migration. So humans migrate, crops migrate, diseases migrate. This is one world. We all live together. You know, we can't really pretend that what we do in one place doesn't affect people in another place. And every example I've showed you of these fungi that have changed the world has involved these kinds of activities. And that will continue. This is my fungal family. There's 4 people there born in Canada, 1 from Estonia, 1 from Vietnam, 1 from Turkey, 1 from Egypt, 1 from South Africa, 1 from Japan. The world of science is international. This is an accident. You know, I don't plan this. I don't go out looking for people that are born in different countries. You know, I think science is becoming increasingly international, and it's one of the reasons I'm so pleased to be here with you today. And I believe this. You know, that we need to work together, because now here, this is something called the Genetic Literacy Program. It is an initiative of the United Nations, and it identifies the 9 plant diseases that are of most concern to humanity today. 3 of them I've talked about. 3 of them have already changed the world. We don't want them to change the world again. There's no national science. We're all in this together. So let's just imagine one more time the sun rising over this fungal planet. And this is a fictional fungal planet. I won't be flying home over this landscape, I hope. But I hope I've managed to give you an idea that very small things can have very large impact on our lives, both in the good and in the bad. Thanks for your attention.